Check, check. Okay, I'm back. I am a music producer. I'm Zach, and I'm going to be working on Mr. Ward Nichols' song. You can find his information in the description for the music he's already released. He's an incredible songwriter and composer, and it's just my job to bring some of his art and vision to life through music producing, singing, and playing a few instruments. Right now, we're working on some drums, and my goal is to make the drums sound really nice for the chorus and make the drums sound really nice for the drop. And once we get done with that, we're going to be layering in some more pads, and then afterwards the exciting part is copying and pasting all that we need to the rest of the song. I'm trying to iterate the beginning of the song here, and then once we have a lot of that, we'll be able to move forward. So I've played some real drums, played some real guitar, I've programmed quite a bit of synth live, and so my main goal here is just to get as much of this done as humanly possible and do a great job at producing this song. So here's what the song sounds like with no vocals so far. And I'm going to send over this invite to Mr. Ward. We'll probably have to add some fun ear candy things as we go, but anyway. There you go. You can be in the camera if you want. But you have to stay over there. That's actually me playing the real drums, the ones that you see behind me. I did that on a couple streams ago. 1, 2. Feels pretty good so far. You know what I just realized? We haven't gotten our new snare sounds to our new snare that we just got brought over. Let's see if we can fix that before we even listen to this. So what note is this? Looks like it is F4. We got to make sure that these are all on F4 as well. Let's hear how this snare sounds now. All right, hang on before we listen any further. Okay, and we need to fix a couple things regarding the rhythm of the kick, but this is what we're doing today, is just going through and problem solving and getting everything where it should be. This drum fill is not where it should be yet. Yeah, we don't want that 16th note, we want 8th note only. Ga-gung-gung. Oh, I know why, because originally we had this as a much faster fill. That's an easy fix. There we go. That feels bigger now. In my head, birds of flying, birds of wings. I thought I needed. Good enough for right now. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's listen to that with the drop, with the new snare. Duh, we definitely need a riser here. I haven't even started putting in a lot of risers or anything like that. I've just been working on getting everything just kind of layered in. But now's the fun part where we get to start adding things for fun. So I think I'm gonna really enjoy that. I don't know if I want to kick here. I like that motion. It's just not right yet. I just put in another ARP here. But I don't like it yet. I don't think it's what we actually need. Maybe what we'll do is we'll make another one of these all-in pads here. We'll drag these over here, and we'll put the ARP right there. Let's try that. That sounds pretty good. Let me go into Alchemy to fix a couple things. Okay, that should be a little bit better. It sounds a little neutered too much here. I want to get rid of some of these mids though. Not bad. We can turn it up now. You know, I don't mind having that kind of underwater here. I think that actually makes that really pleasant. That way it gives the pad some movement. Let's see if compressing it gives it a little bit more smoothness. There we go. Let's try that. Part of me is now considering doing this every 4 instead of every 8 beats, like something like that. But maybe we'll add that in a little bit. For right now, I actually would like to go grab a couple of like toppers and things like that. We're gonna grab these two, put them in here. We got our noise risers, we got our toppers and misc percussion. All right, let's see if we can find some nice little toppers to go on top of these. Why not? Okay, let's kill the drums. Now we need to go to where would we look? Shaker probably. No, maybe percussion would be a better place. Nah. I don't think these are gonna work. Maybe. No. I don't like any of these so far. Maybe. Maybe. We just want something to bring a little bit of high end to what we've already done here. Yeah, let's use this for right now. This is it really is a placeholder, but if we end up keeping it, we do. Okay, I would like to put some distortion on this actually, just to have it be a little bit crunchier. It's looking better so far. Okay, we'll keep it for right now. I don't know that I'm in love with this riser. I'll probably either make one from scratch or I'll just find a different riser later. For now, let's listen to what we have so far. See if we can problem solve. No vocals at the moment. We have the vocal synth that I sang earlier. This feels nice and big. Really open. Man, that feels so smooth, that quarter note, or sorry, that 16th note right beforehand. Do, 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 on that. Going into my drums. That was just me playing on the kit right behind me. There we go. Yeah, bringing the gain up on that feels good. That feels terrible. Okay, it's good enough for right now. Just that placeholder. Okay. Let's hear it with the vocals and we'll keep going. This is way closer than we were before. We can delete this. We probably don't need the keys play anymore unless we're going to show some things. I'll keep it. Why not? We got the vocoders. We've got the lead vocal synth that I played. The acoustic guitar we'll deal with later. The electric guitar we can copy and paste later. This is just somewhere for me to load in things. We've got our leads. pretty happy with the leads. Might have some a little bit more work to do. Pads are...
The storm inside turned to single. From without to within, the storm inside turned, moving the complexity.
Okay.
Without to within, turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm dying, chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings I thought I needed to stay. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line.
1 second. Gotta pause for just a second. I'll be right back. Gotta take a phone call. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Just had to take a quick phone call. My dog is at the vet, so we're having to just get him some treatment for some things he's going through. But anyway, he'll be fine.
Storm inside turned a single vision, moving the complexity from without to within.
I haven't done any like background vocals yet. Just the lead.
Turned a single vision. I'm dying, chasing clouds in my head.
Okay, this is feeling decent. I probably need to have...
Chasing clouds.
I think I'm gonna start pulling up some of the kick here. Just want to make it feel good before we start really...
I'm dying, chasing clouds in my head, 'cause the sun burns the wings I thought I needed to stay. Now I'm still.
Man, these toms sound like absolute dog water, I think is what the kids are saying now. I'm really not happy with these toms yet. Let me shop around for some other toms here. I think that's the play. There we go. It's a little bit better. Let me get a little bit harsher attack on.
I thought I needed to stay. Now I'm stitching the
Okay, that'll work.
to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. I can see the line. Of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the golden thread.
Okay, sounds good.
Hot asphalt burns underneath my feet.
Okay, yeah, let's get some of this rolling. I think we can start copy and pasting some.
Is bittersweet, but painted resolve finally cuts through the metal.
We know we want the impact here to start this drive.
bittersweet, but painted resolve finally cuts through the metal. 'Cause the past days of now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it mad. Painted resolve finally cuts through the metal. Past days of prison where the shadows settle. The storm inside turned to single.
Okay, cool.
The storm in-
Let's start copying and pasting some of this. It's cool.
hot asphalt burn.
Is this twice the length? No, this is exactly the same amount of length. We go right beforehand. All right, here's where things get fun.
Hot asphalt burns underneath my feet. The quarterback knows the sound.
Nose was a little bit low on intonation.
The quarterback knows the sack is bittersweet.
Sweet. A little bit out of tune there. Let's fix that.
It's bittersweet, but painted resolve finally cuts through the
Cuts is a little out of tune.
cuts.
Through the meadow.
Through the metal, 'cause the past days of prison.
I'm probably gonna EQ filter this in later.
Where the shadows settle, the storm. Shadows settle, the storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. Storm inside turned to single. I'm down.
Okay, there we go. We've got some of this pasted over.
Storm inside turned to sing. Storm inside.
We're gonna see how much of this we can layer over.
Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity.
Maybe that's not needed. Maybe we could just kill the dopamine riser because it's like little too much.
Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without
Yeah, I don't know.
to within.
Not digging it. Wait, that's the wrong spot anyway.
I'm down
No.
to within. I'm done chasing clouds.
All right, we'll deal with the rest of that later. I'm gonna leave this here as a placeholder. I actually don't love the drums here. I think we're gonna take out the drums, the actual drums, the physical drums that I played, and we'll probably replace that with some other elements of build and risers and things like that. All right, we gotta get cranking. We gotta get moving here.
Cheap car of old.
We could probably stand to copy all of this and paste it into verse 2 now that we've finally gotten it done. We can start it right on verse 2. And we can copy the automation data. The problem is the build is only half as long. So we can afford to cut this all out. Don't erase the automation data. Let's bring this back here. We can just bring it back manually like that. There we go. That should automatically work. Let's see.
Storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within.
Okay, we have a synth that is holding over too long, but other than that, this sounds like it does work appropriately. Let's cut this off right at beat 3 of this synth. Let's not erase. Let's just keep it off. There we go. Okay, that'll be fine for when we actually put the drums in and the loops and all that. Okay, we've got this cut off at beat 3. Now, what did I do for the build here? I gotta... Let's do one measure before the build. This is the measure before. Let's take all that. We've got to get this done over to the measure before the build, even if it... Let's see if that works. That's it. We can just come straight in like that. That's it. Turn to single vision. We're doing that hard cut here. I'm gonna have to turn off the delay and reverb later. Storm inside, turn to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within. Okay, we gotta get our build bass. The storm inside, turn to sing. There we go. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this bad boy over here. Storm inside, turn to single vision. There we go. Yeah, that gives it so much nice low end. Cheap coffee and the smell of old tobacco. An unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Yeah, we're gonna keep out the real drums. That's only a verse 1 thing, I think. Analysis falls to the floor. This is part of the build as well. I don't know how to do this. Let's get this over here. We'll put this back where it belongs here. Is that right? Yeah. Maybe I could just do it like that. Does that work? No, because I held a note. Okay, we're just gonna have to back all these up right to the point of the build. I think that's probably the play here. Storm inside. Okay, bad things are happening. We only have one build, and these all need to be shut up on beat 3. I'm done chasing clouds in my head. All right, sweet. We are making some progress here. I don't care about the drop yet. I just want to get all of the build elements done, which actually we're getting way closer on. We have the acoustic all the way through. We need these two. I just realized. Is that halfway? That's that thing where I went. That thing. And kind of whispery. All right, we got to get this in the right spot for verse 2. You know what, it might be cool. Cheap coffee and the smell of old. I don't know. Nah, let's just try it where we actually have it here. Is that here? No. One measure too early. Bittersweet, but painted resolve finally cuts through the metal. 'Cause the past is a prison where the shadows settle.
The storm inside turned to single vision, moving the complexity from without to within. I'm done.
Okay. I absolutely hate the my little dopamine riser here with the snare here. It's just like I might have to EQ filter that to get it actually feel good. Okay, do we have the build elements that we need aside from iteration? Let's just take a look visually because that can usually give us some good clues. We have the EG. We have the electric. Oh, 1 second. Got to answer a client. Perfectly fine. Sorry, she isn't feeling well. There we go. Okay. See you soon. Okay. Let's make sure that everything else as far as the build is accounted for. We have the air choir. Maybe we could keep the crackly pad going, but I'm not super concerned about that. We have the bright pad going, and that is now we're able to start it at the right time. Cloud base goes through appropriately. Let's look for our arrangement effects. Looks like we do build through it. We've got our flatline topper, and the drums we're not going to do. Okay.
Storm inside turned to single vision.
All right, we're just gonna listen to it instrumentally to make sure it feels good. There we go. Yeah, pulling it back down. That feels good now. Straight into the build. 1. You know, I just realized, I think I realized why I don't like this build here. Like, I used the wrong part of the build to actually, like, go in. Let's try that. Let's try just fixing it like that. Yeah, automatically better. Brother, what? Yeah, it feels way better. Moving the complexity. Gotta do one more of these. There we go. That helps that feel so much smoother. Fine. Good enough for right now. All in. I'm done holding my head. Sure. The sun burns the wings. I thought I needed a spray. No, to make it mine. Plus 12, plus 12, plus 24, plus 24. Yeah, that's the problem. Figured it out. I actually do want these on this second chorus to give us a little bit more lift. Let's see what we can do with it. So we've got, I would love to keep his, we've got plus 12 for these guys. I just did plus 24, didn't I? There we go. This one needs to be plus 24. There we go, much cleaner. Okay, we've got some of the songwriters, Mr. Ward's loops in there. We've got those kind of dialed in. We haven't done any automation to them yet, but that's totally fine. I think we have the build elements. Now we got to figure out the drop elements that are going to be existing, such as the vocoder. We're going to need to take care of that soon. That's not hard. We can just copy and paste that over. So that goes one measure before the chorus, and it should just line up perfectly. Let's see how it sounds.
I'm done chasing clouds in my head.
There we go.
'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spray. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
All right, that's fine for now. I don't even know if I've like copied and pasted my edits from here. I think I did. Okay, let's get some of these other elements going for the build and the drop. This is so much fun now because it's just copying and pasting the hard work that we've already done. Okay, so this is one measure before the chorus. That's an easy drop. We might still need to iterate some things to like get it to feel good, but
I'm done chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings.
Sure.
I thought I needed to spray. Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
okay,
The line
good enough.
of the golden thread. I can.
Oh, this is gonna be nice being able to just paste all this. It's gonna feel great. Okay. Paste this to chorus 2. Now there's gonna be things that are gonna like wrap, like definitely change from chorus 1 to chorus 2, but
It's
nice to at least have somewhere to start with.
'Cause the sun burns the wings. I thought I needed to spray.
Where's my basses?
Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made. I'm chasing clouds in my head.
Let's get all of our basses here for the drop. And go straight to chorus 2. And we can paste them right in. Copy the automation data.
I'm chasing clouds in my head.
I don't know that I want to do those hits for the second chorus, but we're going to keep it as a placeholder for now.
Now I'm stitching the unraveling to make it made, so I can finally see the line of the golden thread, the line of the golden thread.
Might do a hard cut here on this beat again, except for like maybe we'll put like a heavy drum fill in there. I don't know, that could be cool. Yeah, let's cut it for right now. Don't erase. We're good with that.
I can finally see the line of the golden thread, the line of the golden thread, the line of the golden thread, the line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the golden thread.
Good enough for right now. This is on its way. What did I do? Okay, there we go. All right, so we need to get some of this automation over. This is the hardest part, I think. The opposite of what I just said is what I meant. This is the easy part. This just happens directly on beat 1. I made sure to put that in the right spot. That way we can just bloop. Okay. Easy. Now we can do it here. Same thing for the gain. We're just putting in our quote-unquote side chaining, but I'm just drawing the automation. Like I want to have that control. We're probably going to change this later, but that's okay.
Chasing clouds in
And actually, we didn't do that the first time, but we should now because we actively have his loops in here.
chase.
There it is.
I'm dying, chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns
That-
the
yeah.
wings. I thought I needed
Here comes, gonna dip.
Now I'm stitching the unraveling.
Then we're gonna dip probably every 4 here. Actually, I might do it every 8. I'm sorry, every 2. Yeah, I already know that's what I want to change.
The line of the golden thread.
I wonder what would happen if I did this. No, that's not what I meant. This. What if I did this? Nope, doesn't work. That's fine. We can do it. Jeez, we can do it one at a time to start with, and then it'll be really easy after that. You'll see why in a second. Don't need it there. Oh, okay.
The line of
Yeah, I think it's going to be super cool once we have it locked in. Let me go ahead and replace the automation. Let's go ahead and replace the automation and replace it. You'll see why we're going to start building out the drums, like right now, I think. Yeah, okay. Way closer to what we're looking for. We're going to actually play these. Why not? What am I doing? We need kick. I forgot what note to play this on though. A2. Got it. Huh? Oh. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can build this in.
I'm dying, I'm dying, chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings.
We'll have to deal with this later. I want to take care of the drop right now with the drums because I want to do something different with the drums this time. Okay, kick.
Line of the golden thread.
Ka. Ooh, you know what? I want to change it up.
Line of the golden thread.
Ka. I don't know. Maybe I do that every other time.
Line of the golden thread.
Ka. Ka. Ka.
The line of the golden thread.
Ka. Ka.
I can see the line of the golden thread.
Good enough. That's the end of the song. Forgot I don't need that last kick. Maybe we could do a double drop here if we wanted to, but the song is already gonna be long enough, so I don't think it's that important. What's up, everybody? If you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm a music producer. A lot of times I do country music, but today we're doing pop/EDM. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix those points to account for this, but that's fine. We'll do it anyway. That's not the right note. I gotta figure out the right note for this, and then I can play it. F3. Cool. Here we go. What is going on here? Yeah, we probably have to do 2 of these, huh? It's gonna feel weird without it. It definitely needs to go longer. That's okay. All right, let's get that quantized, and then we need to go figure out what note we're on and then change these. Okay. That's fine for right now. We've changed the percussion like wildly. So it looks like instead of F4, it looks like it's G4. So what we can do is just copy and paste this down. Or G3, excuse me. There we are. There we go. Now we can go and grab our our actual like audio here for these snare hits, and then we can just paste it. This is just like a snare sample that I really liked. That's like the only reason why it's here. It just gives it a little bit of that like sizzle. So I don't mind doing this manually because it gives me a better result. Okay, we're probably gonna have to double the drop, but that's fine. We can do it later. Okay, now let's go get our reverses. I think I want to redo our reverses now that we have all our snares. Yeah, we're going to redo these. So what we have to do to get a reverse is to take a single instance of this snare hit. Whoops. We're going to bounce this to audio. That's what our snare drum actually sounds like when it's all bounced. But we're not done yet. But wait, there's more. We need some ridiculous amount of reverb here. Let's put some dark reverbs, a lot, like some, I don't know, like a 3-second delay, pre-delay. That might need to be a little darker for it to work properly. Too much high-end shred. There we go. So now we're going to bounce this in place again. So now we have a reverse. So we can delete this. We can turn this back on. We can join these and pretend like I never did that. We can join these and pretend like I never did that. There we go. Okay. So now we have our snare reverse. We're going to use this reverse instead of this one. So how do we do this? We just need to go to reverse. Then we need to have this actually meet right before that transient. Let's cut it from right there. This is an ugly one. Let's pull the reverse here.
Line of the golden thread.
Okay. That's, of course, too long, but it's cool. All right, let's see how this sounds. That's a pretty easy fix to make. Yep. Sounds so much more smooth. Good enough for right now. I don't even know if I like that second snare hit there, but it'll be okay for right now because we can go straight over to this next chorus and do the same thing where we get this snare reverse in. But we can put it, oops, at the beginning of each measure because it now happens twice as often. Okay, it's good enough for right now. Let's see what the drums sound like. Sounds good. The other thing we gotta do is get our kick layered over. It looks like A1 is this one. So let's drag this down. We gotta get A1 for this note to actually sound right. Oh, it's already on A1. Look at that. That'll work. I think I'd like to have a consistent quarter note here with some sort of like hi-hat. So we need to find a hi-hat sound that we actually like. Hi-hats. But I want it open. How do I get it? Oh. Yeah. Like that. Great. We found what we needed. No chance. We just got to find a sound that actually works for this and we can play it. That's not open. Brother, what? None of these sound good. Maybe we'll go actually like get a more real one. Actually. That could work. I'll keep this one real quick. And I'll keep going. Nope. Nope. Brother, what? I could just go get a real, like, hi-hat sound. But I guess I'm okay with, like, looking for it, though. Sounds like a clap. We haven't added any ear candy yet. Yeah, that reeks of like house music, which is not what we're going for. This is more pop. There's so many options. I'm shocked that there's this many options for open hi-hats, really. Wait, hold up. Nah. I think we'll use a mixture between mixed boom bap and click and six. Yeah, we'll try that. Here we go. Maybe I want to do this on offbeats. I guess. I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted, but let's see how it sounds together. Yeah, I like it, but I want more dynamics in it. Let's see, does A sound good with both? Yeah, A sounds good with both. Okay. We're actually going to record enable both of these. Save us a little time. Good enough. I made literally 2 mistakes, and by that I just mean I like accidentally hit a note that I didn't actually hit, or mean to hit, excuse me. There we go. We got it quantized. I made the dynamic range a little bit less, but you can see that some are hit really hard, some are not hit as hard. I think that's going to make these sound a little bit more human. With some of them being multiple accents and all that. The other thing I'm going to do is we're going to go get one more hi-hat for this, but we're going to actually find a real hi-hat, I think. No. Acoustic drums. Wait. What if I just type in hi-hat? I'm looking for like a real drum kit real quick. I don't see many of the... I don't see any of the like the normal names of the regular hi-hats here, so I'll find them real quick. Well, this is not what I want. Kick snare cymbal? No. Acoustic percussion? No. It's, yeah, this is the wrong spot. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Wonder if I can get it to sound open. I want it to be an open hi-hat, though. That's just the... fine. Let's try it a different way. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, baby. Let's get this over here. It's in the wrong spot, though.
The line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the golden thread.
There we go. Let's see how that sounds in context.
The line of the golden thread.
It's not bad, but I want to get these glued a little bit better.
I can see the line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread. I can see the line of the hot asphalt burns underneath my feet. The line of the golden thread.
By the way, I'm mixing everything without touching any panning knobs whatsoever to start with. I really want to make sure that I mix everything correctly with the balance first. And then from there we can, you know, start spreading things. But I know we already have some width with the vocoder and with a couple of the synths, but that's fine for right now.
Chasing clouds, storming, chasing clouds in my head. 'Cause the sun burns the wings.
Oh yeah, I forgot I haven't done any percussion there.
The line of the golden thread.
Oh! I did this on the drop that I didn't mean to. I think it's fine though.
The line of the golden thread. The line of the golden thread.
Let's get that pasted over there. We're in a good spot. Okay, cool. Let's take care of the automation for this drawn in stuff here. Let's see if we can get all of our loops done here. There we go. We need to add another one right here. Whoopsie. Why can't I do that? Oh, I can. Okay. We need to add 2. 1 and 2. We need to add 2. Got 1 and 2. And one last one. 1 and 2. There we are. Yeah. That's not right. Let's do this one at a time. There we go. Let's clear this. Put this in. These are the things that I wanted to make sure I was on top of because we changed the drum pattern significantly. So I want to make sure I'm taking care of putting all of these cuts in the right spot. There we go. That's it. Probably gonna have another one, so it's all good. I'll just do this for right now. We'll have to do another chorus, I'm sure, because it's just like the song can't end here. I don't think. Maybe it can. Okay, there we are. Let's see how the synths work along with the just like the drums by themselves. Let's see if that functions any better. Yeah, that's better. I actually hate it. I hate the double dip here. It's like too fast of a tempo for this. I have an idea. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make it take longer to come back out. Let's try that. That might work. Cool. That's a good problem solving method. Same thing here. Yeah, it's just too jarring. Way too jarring. However, I wonder if it would sound better to just delete the first one and let it come back up later. No. It sounds better to have it gradually come in. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, man? Good to hang out with you on stream here. This is just a song I'm working on for a client. His name is Ward, and he's the songwriter, and so it's just my job to produce and try to bring his song to life to the best of my ability. But yeah, good to hang with you, man.
And the smell of old
Here's a little bit of what we have so far. I need to go back and listen anyway.
an unkempt house where the walls feel hollow. Noise in print, analysis falls to the floor. Searching for a life I don't need anymore. The storm inside turned to single vision.
Yeah, I think this electric really sells this part.
Complexity from without to within.
Drums are helping too on this first time through.
Inside turned to single vision. Moving the complexity from without to within.
All right. I just realized it is 4 p.m. and I have a session that I'm meeting a client with. So I will be back probably tomorrow to stream, but welcome. I'm going to probably be streaming for like 3 hours tomorrow, I want to say. So if you happen to be around and want to hang out with me, ask questions, just talk about what you do, share a little bit about any experience that you might have, any ideas that you might have. Everything is welcome. But anyways, I'll have to come back on tomorrow. I have my next client. And oh man, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm working hard on trying to just bring this song to life, because I think that the songwriter is really awesome. And but yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Have an incredible rest of your day, y'all.